Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to update you guys on what's been going on with me over the last, I don't know how many months it's been, and what's happening with the channel moving forward, and just where I've been in general. So there's a lot to cover in this video. I've been meaning to make it for a long time, but I just kept putting it off because I wasn't sure how to start it. I wasn't sure exactly what all I wanted to say, but I knew it's something I needed to make. And finally, I feel like I can't put it off any longer. I need to make this video and talk to you guys about what's been going on. First, I want to apologize for leaving you guys in the dark for so long on what's been happening with this channel and behind the scenes, but I really just needed some time for myself and some time to process things and figure out what was going to happen next. I didn't want to rush to make any announcements or to proclaim anything about the future until I was really sure what was happening. Firstly, I want to say there was a lot of speculation when I put out my last video, wondering why I came home, and I realized I really didn't mention it in that video. I guess I somehow totally missed that. But guys, I just came home because I hadn't seen my family or friends or home for almost 3 years, and I just missed it. I was feeling a super deep homesickness that I had never felt before. Like, I really can't explain it. I mean, I had bits of homesickness in the past, but after Isa and I went to Coron in 2022, a lot of stuff happened. It's not stuff that I want to get into. We had a lot of issues financially and otherwise, and on top of all of that was just this homesickness, this deep homesickness, and I just felt like it was time. I needed to see and be around my home, family, and friends again after all this time. I know people are wondering, why did I leave Izai in the Philippines? There was a lot of talk about that as well, and that is also very complicated. Basically, we always wanted Izai to come with me when I came back to the US, but the visa, we totally underestimated how difficult it is to get the visa for her to come here. We should have started that process literally years ago, but we honestly didn't realize it, and by the time we looked into it, it was too late for her to come with me when I needed to leave, because I could have stayed for a couple more months, but then I would have had to leave either way because I would have reached the 3-year limit on my visa for staying in the Philippines, and we were not going to be able to get her a visa in that amount of time. So it was never a question of if she was going to come with me or not. She couldn't, at least not at that moment. But there were other things happening behind the scenes. There were a lot of issues going on. A lot of it was financial. We had a lot of money problems when I was in the Philippines. Things are a lot better for both of us now. That's a long story that I'm not going to get into. After I came home, we did break up. There was a lot of speculation when I put out the last video that we had already broken up. And actually, we had not broken up yet when I put out that last video. But we did break up literally like later that night after I put that video out. And we had talked about that before. This wasn't something that just randomly happened. It was mutual between two of us. It's not like I dumped her and ran away from the Philippines, and it's not like she dumped me and kicked me out and I had nowhere to go. There was none of this drama that happened. It's a lot of really personal things that I don't want to get into on the channel. We had talked about making a video together, and we did record something before I left because we thought we might break up. We weren't sure at that time what was going to happen. But watching back through that video, it just doesn't really feel right to post it now. Where our heads were at the time was very different than where things are now. But I do just want to let you guys know that Izai and I are still super good friends. We're still super close. We still literally talk every day. We had a period of time where we weren't talking, but both of us went through a time of needing to, sort of find ourselves again and see who we are without someone else. When you're in a relationship for that long, you sort of lose who you are as an individual and become a group. When you find yourself not in that relationship anymore, you have to kind of, find who am I again, alone? What do I care about? What do I want to do? Who do I want to be? So we both went through a period of that. But now, we're very close. We talk every day, and everything is good between us. There is no bad blood. There's nothing between us. There's no drama. Nothing going on. So that does mean things are going to change for the future of We Wonder, of course. The first thing I want to say, because I saw many comments mentioning this sort of thing before when they thought we had broken up when I put the other video out, I am not going to change the name of the channel to I Wonder or anything like that. It's going to stay We Wonder. Izai and I had talked about this a long time ago, back when we first came up with the name We Wonder. I don't know if we ever really explained it to you guys or not when we first announced the name. I think we did. It was never intended to mean just like Cody and Izai Wonder. It was meant to mean us, we in charge of the channel, along with all the viewers. Together, we are wondering through the videos. That was always our thought process behind the name and the intention, so I don't see any reason to change it. After we broke up, I spent a long period of just needing a break from creativity and creating things in general. I needed to step away from social media for a while, so I disappeared off of places, and the biggest place I disappeared off of was definitely the Discord. I left all social media for a while, but I slowly came back to different social media at different times, and by the time I got back to the Discord, it didn't feel like it did before to me. I didn't feel like I could post on there the same way, and that's not anybody's fault other than my own for just abandoning it and not being more open and transparent about what was happening. But a lot was going on at the time, and I just couldn't think straight. I just needed to step away. So I truly apologize to everyone over on the Discord if you feel like I just abandoned you over there. I guess I did, but it was never my intention. I apologize for that. At that time, I also just couldn't bring myself to do anything creative. I couldn't make any videos here. I wanted to make a video talking about what was happening, this sort of thing, a long time ago. Just be open and honest with it, but I just could not bring myself. I was emotionally, mentally, and creatively, definitely creatively burnt out, which I've mentioned so many times, burnout, but this was a huge one. After years and years of just pouring myself into We Wonder and never stopping to look at things from a distance, it was actually really nice to take a step back and kind of step away from We Wonder for a bit and just let it sit and look at it, see what we had done, and try to figure out what I want to do next. I had also gained a lot of weight in that period. So because of that, I decided to start going to the gym a little over a month ago. And when I started going to the gym, it actually woke my creativity back up, which is not something I expected. But I realized working out and doing that sort of thing, I don't know why, it just really gets my creative juices flowing. So out of that, I started posting on my anime convention channel again. Some of you guys know about that, but I used to have a channel a long time ago where I went to anime conventions here in the US. I filmed cosplay and made videos, vlogs, music videos, reviews about these conventions. So that was the easiest thing for me to jump back into creatively. So I just went there, started posting on there again. There is a link to that in the description if you want to check it out, but I know it's not for everyone, especially the people who watch this channel. It's a very different demographic, but that's what I've been doing to get my creativity flowing again, because I still very much want to post on We Wonder. I'm still very serious about this channel, but as far as being in Indiana, not the US specifically, there are some beautiful places in the US, but in Indiana, especially this time of year, it's been a winter for most of the time since I've been home, and it's not even been a very beautiful winter, like with a lot of beautiful snow. It's been just gray and rainy for months. It's nothing for me to make that's travel related. So that leads us to what's next on the We Wonder channel. I am going to Korea at the end of September. One of the things I've been really interested in doing ever since COVID started was cycling. A lot of people started cycling during COVID, but I was a little bit afraid to cycle in Cebu because there's not good bike paths in most areas. There's like one area that has a decent bike path. It looks pretty dangerous to cycle there. I couldn't bring myself to do it. Also, I couldn't really afford one of those bikes at the time. I've been getting into cycling. I'm planning to go to Korea at the end of September, spend about a month there cycling across the country from Seoul to Busan. I'm filming all of that adventure. Everything will be uploaded here on We Wonder. And then after that, I'm going to Japan with a few of my friends, and we'll be filming and uploading all of that as well. What comes after that, I'm not sure yet, but I know the big question on everybody's minds, because it's been asked to me constantly since I got home, is when am I coming back to the Philippines? And currently I don't have any plans to go back to the Philippines in the near future. That being said, I will definitely return to the Philippines someday. Will it be for nearly as long? Probably not, but there's a lot more that I want to see and do in the Philippines. Izai and I had planned so much when I first arrived in the Philippines in 2020, and then COVID happened. And so we had to spend almost all of that time in Cebu. So there's still so much that we had planned that I would love to do and see. And will you ever see Izai on this channel again? I don't know. Possibly. I really have no idea what the future holds for the two of us and for her being featured on this channel. Because like I said, we're still very good friends. I still see Izai as at least my best friend, without a doubt. So if I'm in Philippines, I can't imagine not meeting up with her and doing something. Izai also has been working on some videos of her own that she's planning to post at some point. I've seen them. They're good. You guys will like them, but she hasn't posted them yet. She's still working on that sort of stuff. When she starts posting, I will definitely share it here, at least on the community tab on We Wonder. And I'm sure when I start making videos again, I'll definitely shout it out. That's pretty much everything I wanted to say. I know not everyone is going to be happy about the things I said in this video, but it's just life. It's just how it is. I mean, when people base their channel around things like this and there's huge changes within their lives, change has to happen to the channel. It's just how it is. I hope you guys look forward to what's to come. It won't be for a few months still, probably near the end of the year. I might post a little something here once it gets nicer out and I can explore a little bit more around my home area, but no promises on that. For now, if you're still supporting We Wonder, just sit tight and more videos will be coming. A lot more videos will be coming at the end of this year. I'm sorry for the wait, but I do thank you guys so much for understanding the situation and everything that's been going on. And I will see you in the next one. Keep wondering.